have a Prowess client who is a coach in a pretty high ticket environment, and I'm just getting started with her in the last week for our retained piece of business and working through the leverage locator and going through that first step of the business audit. And boy, is the list long of places that I can make an impact and have an impact. And that is probably my bigger overwhelm right now, is that I could probably work full time and work on this. And so that's the balance of being limited on the number of hours that you're committing to. I also have a couple of clients that I found on my own project basis, helping to build more of project management systems for them. One is a recruiter, and she works in a very high volume space under kind of like, she describes it as a real estate brokerage model, but for recruiters. So they have some tools, but she works in recruiting nurses for prisons. So there's a lot of tracking that's involved in a lot of compliance and a bazillion steps that they have to go through from the point that they come in for the interview, and being able to know where those are at. And she does it for an entire state prison system, and it's about $1 million business. So it's high volume. She needs to know where things are at and where things are getting behind. And so we're trying to create a tool for her to do that.
Dang, I love it. I was just talking to a CEO yesterday who was like, one of the biggest issues that I have is capacity planning and understanding what everyone is doing within the team, and can they do more? Are they overloaded? All of these different things, and where everything is in the system so that I can make those decisions. So I love that is something that you're really focused on. And I'd love to
That was actually a conversation that I was also having with my Prowess client this morning, of not only are we doing the audit of the business, which is very focused on process and structure, but she has a couple of employees. And now the question is, where are they best used and what's serving the business best? And that is part of it. My background being in hospitality, we always talk about your customer experience around people, process, and place. Obviously, the world where we're living in is online, but it's not just the processes and foundation, but it's having the right people in the right seats, filling the right tasks. So that's somewhat capacity planning, but also just looking at what the business needs for people.